Hey everybody, welcome back to Coffee with Christie. I want to thank Molino's out here in Redlands for our coffee for our interview today. And today I have the pleasure of interviewing Sunny Singh. He is a fellow EXP realtor out here in Redlands, correct?
Yes. Correct. All over Southern California.
All over Southern California. I'm really excited about this interview because I got to spend time with you at our EXP convention, 2022 convention. Great energy. So I was like, this guy, I have to tell his story. So I know you're a realtor. How long have you been an agent?
I got my license right before COVID, 13th Feb 2020. So I'm a very new agent.
How was that for you?
Initially, yes, it was kind of, market was totally different because things were changing. That was a transition that time when we were seeing the price. Asking price was not the selling price.
Yeah. Now at that time because I remember during COVID in the very beginning, they did not allow us to show property. And I remember being threatened, like if they found us in a house, they would take our license, et cetera, et cetera. Were you already licensed at that time? I mean, it was very short-lived.
Correct.
But were you licensed at that time?
Yes. So, before,
so to get your license and then be told you can't show a house.
I think we were signing the form, which COVID thing, which buyer has to sign.
So then you were already...
Yes.
That was already in effect. Okay.
And we were good. So now we are free. No more signature required because that was one thing. If the buyer don't sign, we can't see the house.
Can't see the house.
Listing agent did not get the sign. No, we are not going inside.
There was a brief, I want to say 2 or 3 weeks where they said we couldn't even show. And I remember having listings scheduled to show clients, and I had to call them and say, and clients were like, can't you just show me anyways? And I was like, I don't want to lose my license over this. But so you've been doing this for 2 years. So let's kind of tell me who Sunny is. I mean, your name is like perfect for you. Sunny disposition all the time, which is so awesome. And it's contagious. So tell me, were you always like that? Were you like that as a little boy?
So, of course, I think if I remember right, I'm always like a happy and lucky kid. Now my Instagram is happy and lucky man. So, that is true. But my upbringing, I guess, play a major role because my dad was in Indian Air Force and he served from 1973 to 2012. So my upbringing...
Were you born
in India?
Okay.
So my birth is in North India, and every 3 or 4 years I'm moving with my dad.
Got it.
So I have a ration of Indian Air Force. My schooling is from Indian Air Force. My everything was around that military. So like other military brats. Brats is born, raised, and transferred again.
Is that what it is?
Yes. So you are born, raised, and transferred one station to other station with your parents.
Now, were you personally in the Air Force or in any type of military?
I did 3 years of same like here, ROTC. So in my college, when I was doing my graduation, I did NCC in India, which is called.
So it's equivalent to ROTC here?
Yes. So you get experience of, I did from Air Force Wing. So I had experience of flying microlight, one single engine, firing number of weapons, handling that, and attending number of military camps. In 3 years, I think I have attended 6 of the military camps.
Okay. So being raised in the military, what did that do for you? What can you take from that and put that into your adult life?
3 things for sure, like discipline. You have to be disciplined whether you want to pursue anything in life, whether you want to go in military or anything else. Discipline, one thing. Second thing is hard work. And last thing is serving others.
I love that.
Because that's the one thing I got from my father. He did service to the nation for 39 years.
Wow. So he was considered what we call a lifer.
Yes. So, and he wanted to continue more, but of course his age reached, he was 58 and he has to leave.
Did he fly planes or did he work on them?
He was a logistic officer. Okay. And but government gave him, he was enlisted. If you know the ranking system, he joined at 16 and a half or 17 years of age. And by the time he was retiring, he was commissioned as an officer.
Wow.
So he was a warrant officer, and 1 year before his retirement, he got a flying officer, which is a commission equivalent to here lieutenant.
Well, now, so here in the United States, I always think 18 is so young to join our military, and you're joining in at 16 and a half.
Yes.
So how old was he when he met your mom? And was she in the military as
I
well?
think right after I think they got married at the very young age, 18 or 19.
Oh, wow.
But they never.
But he was a man already. He's been in the military since he was 16. So
Correct. And it was an arranged marriage in India that time. So I think they were not. My mom never came here, I think, for 5 or 6 years. So he was always outside. And then after, like, when they were 23 or 24, they finally started having the married life.
So he married her at 18, but they weren't living together.
Because he was stationed. Initially,
Right.
he has to go. So he was not carrying family, bringing my mom.
Got it. And it was an arranged marriage. Have they ever shared with you their experience of an arranged marriage opposed to being able to choose your spouse? The difference between, I've always wondered.
That was very common in India, the
Right.
culture. Now things are changing like a Western. Mine is not arranged. Mine is love marriage. I met my wife and fell in love with her in the first time.
That's awesome.
So, of course, it's
Where did you say you met your wife?
in a college.
Oh, I thought you said in Italy for a second.
No, and met her like first. It was love at first sight.
Oh.
And then from my side, and after that, she didn't realize I saw her. And after a month, I saw her the same place I was working. And then it was, we never proposed to each other. But now later on, we find out we are in love with each other.
Oh. What do you mean you never proposed to him?
I think after a month, let me tell you the story. So I actually went to her college.
Okay.
Because my college was different. To meet my friend, but I saw her. She was with her friend sitting, and I saw her big hair touching almost the back, and I was like, "Wow, she's a beautiful lady, a girl." And but after that, I never know who she was.
Oh, got it.
I started working in a cyber cafe for my pocket money, and that time she used to come and talk to her dad, because that time the cell phone and all, they were not very common. It was landline.
Were you here in the United States already?
She was. Her dad family was, and she was in India.
Oh.
So that helped me because she used to come and chat with to her internet through her dad and Messenger. I think that time Facebook Messenger or some Hotmail Messenger was very common. And one day I was like, man, this is the same girl I saw a month ago. But I still never told her. And later on, we started talking. One day she was coming out of the cyber cafe, like within less than 15 minutes. I said, what happened? Normally you stay 1 hour. Oh, my dad is not logged in. So I said, why don't you give me your email? And so I don't know how come I got, because that time my English was not that great. She was always having a good English. And she's like, okay, here's my email address. Then still we, like, for 1 or 2 months, we were just talking, like she's next
kind of like
computer.
You've Got Mail. Have you ever seen that movie? You've Got Mail?
Yes. We were mailing each
awesome.
other. After a month, she said, hey, to continue any relation, we have to talk.
Yeah.
And then thing happened.
So talking. Awesome. I love it. Oh my gosh. That's so awesome. Okay. So tell me, how did you go from living in India, being raised in the military? How old were you when you came to the United States?
I was 27.
Oh, okay. So this was a decision that you made. Now, did you come because your wife's family was here, or?
No, I was actually selected from my company to represent here, exchange knowledge and all.
Oh, wow.
I used to work for American Home Mortgage.
Okay, American Home Mortgage.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
So in India, their office was, and then later on, my in-laws' decision was that we should move here, and then we did the paperwork like that.
Oh, very good. So you were kind of always somewhat connected to real estate, just kind of full circle, right?
Yes, always connected to American company. I don't know why. So my first company was Emphasis. I used to work for EBT card processing in the liquor store or grocery store when they go and use their card. So we are the processing department.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So
all right.
Then I moved to a second company, which was American Home Mortgage. It was called Option One that time.
Okay.
And then later on, I was selected out of 300 to come and experience here. And then after that, then my wife was here. We got married. And
was she still over there while you were?
She was going back and forth.
Back and forth,
Yeah,
okay.
back and forth. Her parents was already settled. The kids were moving.
You started to tell us the story before we actually came on the podcast about your dad, correct?
Yes.
You want to share that with us?
Of course. So my dad is a role model for me because
awesome.
I lost my mom at the age of 16.
Wow.
And my dad set an example for us, that was a very tough time for us. I have 2 sisters and 1 brother. And I saw at the age of 14 when she had cancer and till 2 years she was suffering. So that was the crucial moment. I think that was the moment made me what I am today, that enjoy the life the way it is. Tomorrow is not promised. That's the reason I try to, wherever I go, I try to spread happiness.
Right.
We are here to, our life should be such a way, our life is a message to the world. It should be inspiring. And you must have seen an EXP con, out of 6,000 agents, many were aware that, okay, there was somebody.
everybody knew who Sunny was. But I think that's so amazing because, like I said, your name fits you so well, and you're like a ray of sunshine. So, to have a name that's just one name and everybody knows exactly who you're talking about, that's in itself a signature. That in itself is a brand. Correct. Right. So I love that you took your name and you just made it explode. I love it.
I think real estate helped me to do that.
Do you think you were this outgoing before real estate?
I was outgoing, but real estate opened me more. So my first transaction I was doing in Menifee, this lady was, I think, in her 70s. Her house was in the market for a long time and it was not selling. For some reason, I was doing a cold calling. I got in touch, and Monday, I think she interviewed me. We listed on Monday night, and by Thursday we had already escrow open.
Wow.
So after 25 days, when I just went to thank her for trusting me the process, she actually stood up and gave me a big hug. And she actually told me something which was very still I carry in my heart, that is always going to be sunny in California and is always going to be Sunny Singh, my amazing realtor in California.
Oh, and that's how you got your tagline?
I got seriously, kind of surprised that she's senior citizen and she's telling me, and she just met me like a 25 days of relation. And she gave me something important. I carry in my signature always. And all beautiful. My posting, it's always sunny in California.
That is beautiful.
And all the time every time I was just calling her, updating her and staying positive, nothing else. And she was so impressed. She still calls me. And I was going to
ask if you still stay connected with her. That's awesome.
She's on my social media and always encourages me.
Did you tell her, or does she, I'm sure she's aware, what did she say when she found out that you use her words as your tagline?
She's happy. She always, whenever we meet, it's always, I see her, she's like, I will say, like my mom, so that's the relation we have right now. So she always encourages me. Anytime she has anything in Menifee or Sun City she's investing, she always calls me.
She refers you for sure.
Yeah.
That's like one of the best compliments that you could receive from clients is when they refer you.
Yes.
So going back to your dad, you said he is do you still have your dad with you?
Of course. That's
awesome.
My dad is, of course, in my life, and he's doing well. After retirement, he's getting bored because when you come from military life to your civilian life, you don't like that much. But now he's busy. It's been it's been actually 11 years.
Is he here in the States with you?
No, he's in India. He's in Pune.
How often do you get to go see him?
He will be actually coming very soon here, but every 2-3 years.
That's good. So you share, we've had conversations and you've shared some fantastic words of wisdom with me, that are just like, man, if I could just write every single thing that you said, it would be like motivation, motivation, motivation. So tell me, what is a day like in Sunny's head? Like when you get up in the morning, do you bing, full of sunshine, or do you roll out of bed another day? Tell me, share with us, what's a day like in Sunny's world?
It'll be you'll be laughing then. Okay, so when I get up, every morning I believe this: if we are still breathing when we get up and we are walking till the bathroom, we should always say thank you. There's a book, The Secret, The Magic, would say, and I follow that book. I first of all, before opening my eye, like when I'm opening, that time I start saying that thank you for getting this listing. Thank you for meeting this and getting this. Thank you for having a wonderful day. I already declare it, gratitude. And then
well, let me ask, are you thanking
today's
for what you're anticipating to receive today? Yes. I love it. So you're putting it out there. This is what I'm going to receive. Thank you so much for it already.
Yeah. And I do that before sleeping also. So that, hey, today was good day. The day which is already gone. It was a good day. Even something didn't work out, there is a reason. But tomorrow will be new beginning. And always, I have this faith that if you are breathing, everything else is a bonus. See, for dying man, what is one thing he need is a life.
Yeah.
For living man, we need everything.
Right.
We need coffee, we need food, we need dreams, we need achievement. But for the person who is on the deathbed, what he need or she need? Just some more breath.
Yeah.
So I think I'm thankful every day for everything which I am today. I'm doing today. I'm actually in a business where I can help people, make them smile. Like today I closed a first-time buyer. They were struggling to buy a house from 2 years. And they approached me and then I closed in 25, 30 days.
Very nice.
Now I will be giving them key on Friday. So imagine we have a power to make somebody smile.
Agree.
And we should not leave that power,
And that's not just in real estate, that's just in life.
Anyways, even if I go, I am not, you saw me in EXP Con, but the same way I am outside also. When I'm doing my hotel business, I'm making people laugh. I'm doing something why? Because what is living? It should be some kind of showing the world, yes, you are alive. We all are alive, but are we showing the world that we are alive?
Now, that's a great thing to do, but did you always do that? Did you always wake up that way? Or like it was something that you gradually learned maybe after reading the book or, did you?
So I will say yes. Sudden days are not like suppose something happened. I had something which I didn't achieve yesterday. So maybe I will not be or something something is happening not as per what I want. But then how we switch our mind, we have to switch with like something is better. So I think this didn't happen. It's okay. Something else is going to happen. Great. This was nothing in front of that.
Yeah.
So I give you an example. When I was looking for a job, that time I got rejected 5 to 6 times from different company, multinational company. And when they used to reject me, I used to come out and used to look at the building. In Pune, they have a very big buildings and all. Like, oh, this company was not meant for me.
Yeah.
And never came like, oh, why didn't they hire me? No. And the day I got selected for 3 companies. They selected me.
Wow.
So same guy rejected from 4 to 5 times and then got selected 3 places. Now I had a choice.
Now you have a choice. Yeah.
So lesson to everybody is that if things are not working the way you want, trust the superpower you call God, you call universe. That's a reason for you. Because whoever bring you here in this world, the God, if you trust him, he's not just playing. He knows what he's doing. He or she or the universe know what they're doing for you.
He put you on this earth for a reason.
So just trust the process and enjoy. And just think that what if today is the last day? What you will do? If somebody told you today 24 hours the last, will you cry or will you go and celebrate?
That's a really good question. If you had 24 hours left, how would you live it? What would you eat? What would you drink? Who would you see? Who would you call? Yeah. It's funny that you say this because I know you and I have talked about my broker who just recently passed.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. But one of the things that I learned from him during this process is he was given 6 months to live. And he ended up outlasting the doctor's time frame. But one of the things he did, and our friends and I talked about it, is he called everybody he wanted to. He arranged everything that he wanted to. Granted, he was in his late 80s, so I want to say 89. He would have been 90 this coming year. Yeah. So but he was so sharp. Like you can ask him. I mean, literally up to the last minute, he was doing sky slope, checking his agents, work to make sure that all their files were in order. And here he was on his, quote unquote deathbed. Right. But having the conversations and having that opportunity, we always think like, we don't always get that opportunity to know when our time's going to come. So living, like you're saying, every single day like it's your last, put a smile on your face, call the people, tell them what you feel about them. Don't wait till tomorrow. 100%. Right? I'm always trying to encourage people, like, you want to start that business? Do it today. You want to buy that house? Let's start doing it today. You want to work out? Let's do it today. You know what I mean? Because like you said, we don't know how much time we have left.
There's no guarantee in life.
No guarantee.
The only guarantee is death. Right? One day we will go.
Yes.
That is the only guarantee. So in between birth and death, in between what you're doing is matters. Because we will go. Where we'll go, we don't know idea after death. People call it as whatever, there's a next life or one. But we only know this life.
Yeah.
So create something, make somebody happy. And if you really want to be happy in this world, don't focus on your problems. Focus on trying to make somebody else happy. You'll be surprised. Something happen which will change your problem into some different happiness. Because you went and you helped somebody. Universe, God, whatever you call it. I don't want to call God because some people don't believe in God.
Right.
So just do some, if you see someone suffering and you have ability to do something for them, go and do it. Go and make them smile. Why I like dancing is one way of doing that, when many people
that's one
ask
of your
me,
signatures.
yes. So
wherever you see Sunny, you'll see him dance. I'm sure he'll be dancing on this video when we're done.
At the end. So my end logo is always spread happiness, spread kindness, and don't forget to dance.
Oh, don't forget to dance. So do you get up at 5 a.m. every morning, or do you get up at like a certain time every morning, a set time?
So I have to get up at 6:30. There's no choice because 7 o'clock I have to be at the hotel. I manage 2 hotels.
6:30 and you're at the hotel by 7. I always so that baffles me.
The best thing to do is get up at 5.
Yes.
So I can hit the gym. Because the day I don't hit the gym, I feel like something is missing.
The endorphins are such a good way to like start your day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think military life is still in the head that I have to finish this, I have to do this, and I have to do this with the time. So it's in my head that, okay, this is the way I have to live my life.
It's part of the discipline that you have embedded in you.
Yes, you said it the right word. So my dad, he always gave all 4 of us the same thing that, okay, this is the thing you have. Mom is not here. Now you guys have to live by this. One thing I'm not doing, I'm not remarrying, which he did a good thing. He never got married.
No.
Otherwise, our life would have different. Maybe better or maybe bad. I don't know.
What about now that you guys? Oh, well, no, you guys are all out of the house. He still doesn't want to remarry.
Indian culture is not like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but I always joke with him that come, go and do something. But end of the day, he's our role model.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get up, you work out, and then you're at the hotel because you do have another job besides.
Yes, I do have a responsibility on my shoulder 2 days in, and I manage those. And real estate also I do on the side. And my wife helped me on hotel business too.
And then you have a son. So do you incorporate what you learned from your dad as far as the military training, the discipline and all of that? Do you teach that to your son as well?
Yes. Till before his teenager, he was listening. Now he's a kid here who's bringing up. So of course it's like, oh yeah, the haircut. No, he wants what he wants. But of course, they learn from you, they are watching you. So sooner or later they will do that. Like recently on my last Sunday, he was joining me on my open house.
I saw.
And he was so natural. I was surprised to see the way he said it. And everyone started calling me that, Sunny, he's so natural. So I think they learn from you. The kids are watching you. Whether you're doing good or bad, they are watching every step.
Yeah.
And first school is home. So I always believe if we want to change the country, we should change our family style home. Then the neighborhood will change. Then slowly the community, then the county, then the whole city will change.
It's funny that you say that, because if you ever watch a street and someone moves in, even it could be like the worst street in the neighborhood, but if someone moves in and starts to remodel the house, it's contagious.
Yes.
They fix their lawn, somebody else will fix their lawn. They paint their house, someone else will paint the house. And then the next thing you know, you have a beautiful street. And all it takes is one person, right? But it goes the same way in the reverse. You could take a beautiful street and have one person move in and have junk cars on the street, and next thing you know.
So this one remind me of Mahatma Gandhi's statement, which he made: be the change you want to see in the world.
Yeah.
So if you really want to see the change, then you be the one. That's the reason I try to be the smiling. If you're smiling, maybe hardly 0.011% person will not smile at you. Smile is very contagious. When you smile, and on the top of that, you're dancing also, then everyone, even if any culture, any person, they're like, oh, we all are looking for happiness.
Yeah. It's kind of like a yawn. You see somebody yawn, then you're yawning. But if you see somebody smile, even if you're like, why are they smiling?
And they want to know you, like an EXP con.
It's inviting, right?
I introduce myself to many people, but many people after the dance floor, they came and they like, everyone like hugging me, I'm sweating and all, they're still
You're
hugging.
talking about at the gala.
And gala, and after gala, last day also.
I can't believe that you drove from Vegas all the way home to see your wife and then turn around and went all the way back. I was telling my team, I was talking to you on the phone, right? And then they said, is he going all the way home? I said, he's going all the way home and he's coming back tomorrow. And that was like in less than 12 hours, right? Something like that.
I slept 1.5 hours that day. And at night,
that's dedication.
I'm on the dance floor.
Yes.
And I was dancing 3 hours nonstop.
Yes.
So it's in the mind.
Everybody was like, tell him to stay home. I go, nope, he has appointments tomorrow morning, so he'll be back to take care of responsibility, right? You know what you have to do, so you're going to accomplish it that day, no matter how far you have to travel to do that. You took care of your family, and then you came back to take care of your business. So
I left right at 5:30 when I was talking to you.
Yeah.
It was 5:30, and I reached here around 8:39ish. It was traffic. My wife was actually fasting that day.
And she was surprised, right?
And I never told her, like, oh, we'll meet virtually. We'll do the ceremony virtually. She's like, yeah, we'll do. And she was surprised. And then 2:45, I left my house.
You told me you were going to do that.
2:45, I only see truck drivers on the... But I never felt, at 6 a.m., I reached the hotel and I was very fresh. I went to gym because I saw the group chat that someone wrote, we are coming.
Yes.
So I was the only one there. I was like, what happened?
Rosie was doing workouts in the morning, right? Yeah.
Yes. So I was in the gym. Yeah. I stretched and did some little light workout, and then again got ready and got up and ready. And I didn't feel tiredness at all.
That's
Even
awesome.
that night also, I slept around 1:30.
Do you think it was because you already had it in your mindset that this is what you had to do to accomplish? So your body is going along with your mind because your mind is prepared for what you're doing.
It's all mindset.
Yeah,
it's
all
not
mindset.
Nothing else in the mind.
We had this conversation about mindset just, was it yesterday? Because he was paragliding, right? Or jumping out of, you said you've jumped out of planes. And I was like, I can't even zip line. I literally cannot even zip line. Like we went to Cancun, my whole family went zip, zip, zip. And I was like, I could not do it. And I know everybody's like, you gotta like overcome your fear. And it's all mindset, but man, I have to tell you. So tell us, so you're also a host, right? Of
American Dream TV.
This guy, I'm telling you. So, all right, first let's talk about what were you doing jumping out of airplanes? What were you doing paragliding? Because you were doing it and you said you had to do it like 6 times for them
15 times.
Oh my gosh. To get the right shot. I would have been like, guys, you're getting this once. That's even if you get me off the ground. And after that, you're done. Whatever you get, that's what you get. So the fact that you did it 15 times, it's like, walk in the park for me, right?
So I have done paragliding before, but not jumping from the mountain one, running and then doing
Is that what you did?
Yeah, it was behind the vehicle. So you, and then you go in the air. But this one was paragliding, and then the instructor chose to train me right before. 1 hour. He said, yeah, 1 hour is okay. You just come. And I'm like, okay. So I did that. And then one camera is on the ground and one camera is on the hill. And of course, with excitement, first one, I was so excited. I was like, oh, I'm already in the air. And I put my hand full up and I was on the ground. Boom.
Oh.
So then the instructor said, hey, Sunny, don't get excited. Okay. Put your hands slowly up.
You do know who I am, right?
So then it took then they were perfect shots already. But he said, Sunny, I know you can do it, because then I started coming on the ground, but I'm not walking. So at certain time something is not right. So he's like, I know you can do it. Let's do it. I said, and every time I said yes.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Let me try again.
Yes,
let's do this.
Yes. And that episode is coming.
What was that for though?
American Dream TV, my third TV episode. Okay. My first one was about US military, honoring the US military. My second one was about the women empowerment. And my last one, the one which is coming is about this sky diving place, paragliding place, which is in North America. That's the biggest sky pad, you know. So and I wanted to do something adventurous.
How did you get involved in this TV program?
One of the lender, he saw my closing video, and
your closing video
videos, which I make people dance and all. So he was always like, that's unique, you know. Everyone is not doing that. And he asked me one time, why you do that? And I said, what if it's my family member buying the house? Buying a house is not like buying a coffee or something. It's biggest investment for that person. And if you are ready to celebrate with that person, because its journey was 30 days was painful period. First of all, many buyers don't like it.
I always say it's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Welcome to the ride. Yeah.
I tell my customer it's like a pregnancy. It's going
Look at this, I gotta hear.
So it will be painful, but when you see the baby, you will be over it. So that's what my definition is.
Oh man.
Because many of my first buyer, they get like, oh, I have to send so many docs. No, this I don't like it. Why the lender did this and that. And later on, like, hey, how was the experience? Oh, Sunny, we are very happy. Very thankful.
That's right. Happy. You do forget. You do forget the pain you go through.
So as soon as mothers see the baby, the pain is already gone. So same way here is, as soon as you see your name, you're the homeowner, your pain is, what happened? Lender was saying something to you. No, Sunny, everything was good. It was just a misunderstanding.
Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. I always said it was like a roller coaster, because you're on a high, you're excited, and then you come down because something's going on, and then you're back on a high. And then when you're done, you're like, oh, that was exciting. You know, you forgot that your stomach was going through ups and down motions. But to compare it to pregnancy, wow, okay. Okay, so he saw you do your closing dance, and then he connected me
with the producer and the founder of this TV show, Craig, and he called me in one of the resort, and he said he want to meet you. I said okay. I went. He asked me a couple of questions, and then he said, you want to do it? I said, yeah, I love camera. I would love to do it because that's what I love, you know. And
is your wife or is she more mellow?
I think, marriage works opposite more. So she don't like dance at all.
Oh.
She will pay a girl to go and dance with him. But she will never come on the floor. The last time she danced, it was, I think, her brother's wedding. Okay. So she was dancing with me. And one time I pulled her in a Christmas party, and she did. But she don't like dance.
Oh, got it.
She don't like talking to...
She's very shy.
Yeah, she's very shy. So she's a very good wife. Mm-hmm. She take care of the house. But when it comes to like me, I can talk to anyone and all. Mm-hmm. She don't like that.
She's more reserved.
Yeah, more reserved. Why? As per her, is like waste of time. So
that's okay.
But for me, I want to talk to somebody. Yeah. If I'm not talking, that something is happening in me. Even if I'm buying a coffee, like, hey, what's your name?
Yeah.
And I start the conversation. Hey, I'm a realtor, I'm a TV host, and this and that. And it's not like I'm doing it after becoming a TV host. I'm doing this since before teenager life also. Hey, who you are?
Oh, so even as a teenager, 17, 18 years old, you were still like, hi, I'm Sunny.
Yes, I'm so-and-so. And in my because in a military life, you are known by your dad. So I'm so-and-so. And son of so and so.
Oh.
So people will know you because that's your dad,
Yeah.
So, and I was always like this. And same with when I was doing my NCC, I was popular that, oh, this guy always smiling. People still remember me. Like, I remember your person because I was skinny that time, growing up. And they like, we remember your smile. You were the guy in the class, always smiling. And in the NCC also, people used to say that I was talking to one guy. He's now colonel in the army, and he mentioned and I say, hey, I feel like good, man. It's like good energy. And like before you're already charged. Now you have nitro kind of thing in you. You're more now charged. Something. I love it. But you always were like this. So your friends, you go back and talk to them, they will tell you.
Yeah.
That, okay, this is
what they remembered about you.
Yes. And I was like, and that is the guy I was trying to find a course. He's coming here to do a course. And that time I got in touch with this glider instructor, the paragliding thing. And then I thought, why don't I do a show on this? So sometime, things connect.
Yes.
You went for something else. And
a door opens for you that can take you somewhere else. Yeah.
Yes.
I love it. Is your son more like your wife or more like you?
He's a mixture, I will say.
That's
he
good.
likes talking to people, but he's also like, he will not just go and introduce himself. So he has both.
That's good.
And
a good combination of both of you.
We both say that he is not going to dance, but last video you saw, he was like, don't forget to dance, and he's doing it. So when he's with me, he follow that. So he has both, so which is good thing.
That's good. That's good. I met Mike Ferry. Do you know who Mike Ferry is?
Of course. That was my first in brokerage. We used to follow his script.
Oh, yeah. Very good. So I had the opportunity to meet him. I think everybody knows his scripts. And, I think it's kind of a foundation of so many of us, right? And one of the things he said was, your smile. He, tells me that's going to be like,
your signature.
Start with that. Yeah. It's like your signature is your, but you radiate it. You literally radiate it, which is a huge compliment because.
Oh, thank you.
And you said this to me. You said, don't let anybody change who you are. And that's what I just love about you because you're like, I'm going to walk down the street and I'm going to radiate sunshine. And that's the way it's going to be. And whether you like it or not, too bad. If you want to be under a cloud, that's you. I'm going to still shine. So that's awesome.
So I think I tell people this thing always, be you. World will try to change you, but still be you.
Yeah.
Because the people who has to like you will like you the way you are. And the people who don't have to like you, they will always find a reason to dislike you.
But don't focus on that.
And don't focus. Just see, one thing is, if you are be you, you're just not trying to copy somebody, you are yourself enjoying it. But suppose I try to be you. Yeah. And I am trying to copy your personality. Now I have something in me like, oh, I'm not doing the same.
It doesn't feel as natural.
But we all are born with a unique talent. And it's not like our fingerprint is not same. Same way our talent is not same. We all got talent. God gifted us with everything. Like everyone has a problem in life. Everyone has a talent in life. So also I want to tell you this, that who's the happiest person in this world?
Who?
The happiest person in this world is the person who's in the graveyard.
Oh.
Any living being has an issue, the problems. Problems are part of life. The day we don't have a problem is a real problem. That means we are dead. Our problems are pushing us to move forward and achieve our goals.
I love it.
If I had no problem at the age of 14, I may not be the same person. I used to be just playing. I was very bad in study. My teacher used to tell me, your sister, look at your sister. She is topper in the school and you are not even studying. And teacher used to just look at my face. They used to just pass me. That was the reality of this. Till 9th grade, I'm like, they just look at this. Oh, this just kid will do it.
Just pass him.
Then after my mom's death, I actually changed my focus. Then I started, and then I was the smartest kid in the school, I'll say. But again, in the college time, I'm like, okay, now I know most of the thing. Because once you graduate from radio schooling from Kendriya Vidyalaya, which is a federal school, in your college time, it will be easy. Same thing you're repeating in a college. So that's the thing.
I love that because I think, so many people dwell on the negative that's happening in their lives. It's funny because you always say, be you. And I always tell, especially my kids, do you, You have to do you, right? No one could tell you who you're supposed to look like, who you're supposed to be, how you're supposed to act. You have to be comfortable in your own skin. And this is who you are. Just make sure that you're being kind, that you are giving back to society, and being the best version of you that you could be. Be a better version than you were yesterday. When you get up, what did I do yesterday? Like you said, you reflect at night. What happened today? What can I better tomorrow? What can I do tomorrow? Right?
Make it better.
And it's so funny because, like you said, you walk down the street, but there's so many people who are in that dark cloud that seeing somebody who's walking down the street and giving them a smile might be the thing that changes their life, might be the thing that changes their direction of the day.
I got approached by 2-3 people there, I will not name. And they said that, Sunny, I just coming out of bad relation, seeing you always positive. And she was not aware who Sunny was before saying, I'm from California, that you are full of life and we want to stay connected and all. So many people were, energy you give to people is contagious, especially it's a positive energy. You will get that positive. If it's a negative energy, you will be negative. So surround yourself with the positive people. So
what do you do when because it happens, right? You come across someone who just as you're radiating sunshine, there's someone who radiates negativity, and they come into your space, into your area. What do you do? Do you and sometimes we have to deal with these people. They might be someone that's going to help us get the next transaction going, right?
Correct.
So what do you do when you encounter that person?
Now, suppose I'm in a deal. I'm in a transaction and listing agent is like that.
Let's say I come and I'm the negative, so Nancy, whatever you want to call him.
I'll make sure that I will change Nancy.
So
by
you
just
focus.
Talking to her in a positive way. Though she's telling me something that not, but I will tell her, hey, I will try to change her focus, because that person is there. The personality is because of some reason. Maybe she's going through something.
I agree.
Maybe he has a bad relation, or she has something happening. Somebody said, you never know. So we just judge from outside, right?
Right.
If that person is acting that way, maybe they were abused. Maybe something happened in their childhood and their personality never changed. The way I am happy, because my childhood was very happy. My mom and dad took care of me so nicely, and every time I was born late. So I'm a child who they pray for. So I was very pampered in the house. So that's kind of thing. So your upbringing plays a major role.
Is there a big gap between you and your sister?
No. So the sister is first, and after that they wanted a second boy for sure. So they already got a girl, now they want a boy to make the family complete.
Oh, got it.
So I was one of them.
And being the only boy, because you have 3 sisters, right?
2 sisters and 1 brother.
Oh, you do have brother.
I have a younger brother. So
2 and 2. Okay.
So just think, if they are not talking to you nicely, there must be a reason. There's something going, they cannot overpower. But if you are nice to them, they might open up.
Yeah.
And at the end of the transaction, they always tell me that, Sunny, you are so positive. Though there are many situations where listing is like, let's cancel this. Lender said, let's cancel it.
Yeah.
There's one deal, my first 1.3 million deal, which I closed in Rancho Cucamonga. Listing agent is like, cancel it, Sunny. Lender is like, Sunny, I'm not doing this. And I was like, okay. And I know there is something happening with the buyer, but I'm just trying to, and we closed in 49th day, I guess.
Oh, wow.
But everyone gave up. But at the end, they all said, yes, Sunny, thank you for not telling. So
that's great advice. Anybody that comes at you, you don't see them as just being negative. You sympathize and say okay, we don't know what they're going through, so let me try to radiate some of my positive energy on them. Let me try to flip the coin and at least have a positive experience.
See, night can be very dark, but in the morning when the sun rays will come out, the night will go away. Same way, it can be a very bad situation, but if you put me there, I will do my best to
That's awesome.
Bring the room with light.
That's awesome.
Even though I have to sacrifice something, I do that.
Yeah. But it's giving back, right? Because that's what you said. It was one of your things that makes you who you are. You give back.
Yes.
And when you give, I believe when you give back and you don't expect anything, that's when it's actually a blessing, because it comes back to you tenfold. But if you're giving back and you're expecting back, then you're kind of shutting the door on yourself.
Then it's always in your mind that, oh, if I get this much money or this much, then only I will be happy.
Right.
That if a client is coming where I know my commission is only little, then also why I came in this business, my goal is to help and service them. So why I'm worrying about that little commission? Same client you will get, maybe he's doing a bigger commission. So your money should never be in mind.
Right.
Money should always be in the pocket, like I was telling you before. We look at like, oh, I will not do this deal because it's going to take my time and there's less commission.
Got it.
So now you're not chasing service. You are actually trying to just mean to you. You're trying to just work when you get a money.
It's a job. It's not. Yeah.
Yes. But if you do service, and I tell you, like I'll give you an example. It just happened in the same office we were there. I was new to the EXP and we were doing some kind of Zillow or some kind of program was there where they used to call us. And I picked up the phone. The gentleman on the site said he want to see a house in Buena Park. I said, okay, no problem, sir. When you can come, we schedule it. We went. We always been taught not to ask for the lending and all question. First one, we show them the house. And I showed them the house they wanted, 2 houses that day. And then I corrected with the lender. Lender, same after 24 hours. At night only, he told me, Sunny, it's not possible. His income is way low. They will not be getting anything. So don't waste your time. But whenever I was opening the door, they had 12-year-old girl and a 14 or 15-year-old boy. Their eyes were happy that dad is going to buy something for them. And now that feeling, it was in my heart that time. And I was like, what if I am that child?
Or the parent.
And the parents.
Yeah.
So though the lender told me not to waste your time, I never told the lender that I'm going. I went 4 Sundays or 4 Saturday weekend. They never bought the house till yet. Right now also. They are still having some issue. I'm helping them. But after 6 months, I got a call from his friend. He was like, hey, is this Sunny? I said, yes. Like, hey, Sunny, my friend talked highly about you. And I later on find out that this gentleman has multiple businesses. Now, if I would have not listened to my heart, I just saw the happiness of the kids, but it was connected. Somehow it was connected to me.
Yeah.
My first 1.3 million, which I was talking about, that deal came from that gentleman who never bought a house.
Wow.
If I would have not went. So someone is watching you, universe, God, they're watching what you're doing. So if you believe that and don't expect that something will come. I never expected that I'll get something. I drove, maybe I will say half of the weekend is gone because once you go to Buena Park from Highland, it's like 1 hour, 1.5 hours with traffic. So 3 hours gone in traffic and then showing them the 5 houses. So 5-6 hours gone. So, but that day was like, it happened in my life all the time. All my transactions, something came from last 6 months. I'm not doing cold calling, nothing. Clients are coming and approaching me. Either they saw my video or they refer by somebody. Hey, my first client refer to a customer who actually approached me on Messenger, Facebook Messenger, and I never checked that. And later on, he called me when I was in escrow with that same customer, I saw 2 months ago this gentleman has messaged, hey Sunny. So sometime just go for it. Don't think that what is the money involved. When you service, there is something in service. When you service and make people happy, of course, something will come back to you. But do not expect what is going to come back.
Right.
Because that's the way of solving somebody's problem. I was just telling you, if someone you see is sad, go and cheer them up.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing. I was just making a video and I'm talking to the founder of the company, Glenn. And then I talked to the people who were serving their food to us in a VIP room. And I was talking to them, Senor, my logo is this. And they were like so happy. I have to upload that video.
Yeah.
But see, everyone remember that part. That there was a guy, they can call me, oh, he was too much hyper or good, but they will remember.
I don't think anybody could say your name without smiling though.
Yeah.
So that's a positive thing. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
Even if you were too hyper for them, that they're still going to be, I don't think anybody says your name and does not smile.
Yes. So I think that's the way we should be. Like I always, my logo on Facebook and social media I use, your life is a message to the world and make sure it's inspiring. If it's not inspiring, what is the point? There is in Hindi, there is a saying, वो दरिया ही क्या जिसमें नहीं रवानी, जब जोश ही नहीं है लल्ला तो किस बात की तेरी जवानी. That means when you go to the beach, if there is no waves coming, what is the point of the beach? The beach has to come with the current and all those things. Same way, if we are young and we are not showing energy, what kind of youngness is that? What kind of what do you call that? Why you are surviving then? You're just trying to
what kind of life
survive.
is that?
Yeah, what kind of life is that? So always show the world that you are alive. And
That is awesome. Where do you see yourself? So two questions to wrap this up kind of. Number one, where do you see yourself?
In next how many years?
So I read this thing and it said like, you want to plan your next 24 hours. You want to plan your next week. You want to plan your next X amount of months, year, and then years, right? 5, 10. So do you have any big aspirations? I mean, you've done so much already. You're doing so much already with your life, not just with EXP, but, the TV show and just everything that you're doing and what you just do walking down the street. So do you have any large goals that you would like to accomplish? Is there anything, is there any?
Yeah, the target in your life. Yeah.
But not only that, but I think we also have what's called a bucket list.
Yes.
Right? Do you have anything on your bucket list? I mean, you've already jumped out of planes and stuff like that. So
I've done skydiving. So, yeah. So I think, I do have bucket list. See, to help others, I have to help myself. So I want to make myself so capable that I can change some life.
That's awesome.
So that's the one thing I want to do, because if you really want to change the world, first change yourself. If you have something, then you can help others.
Yeah.
You can always help others, even if you don't have money, you can go and physically help them also. Money is not the main factor. But of course, I just came like 11, 12 years ago in this country. And this country is giving me so much. I'm already a host, 2 businesses, and then real estate. So I am blessed. Everything else, that's the reason I said, once you leave the bed and you're breathing, everything else is a bonus. So this is all bonus. But of course, I want my son to do something good. So I will be focusing on his life, of course, to support him whatever way I can. And in my life, I'll keep on growing. I never thought I will be a realtor. Real estate chose me. I never chose real estate. We never talked about that, but we'll do. And American Dream TV, I never thought I will be a TV host.
Yeah.
I never thought somebody will recommend my name and I'll go to this TV show.
And now you're doing adventures through the TV show.
I just was managing hotel at that time and I was just making people happy. Yes, I did feel proud that I cleaned that hotel, which was in a very bad area. I took risk. 6 months of my life was always life-threatening. That, hey, I will do something because I get rid of the prostitution and drug dealers there.
Wow.
But now I'm friends with Sheriff and PD because they know, even the people who were bad, now they know that he don't tolerate, so they don't do anything.
Yeah.
Now they're, so once you show the world that, hey, you don't tolerate this thing or this is not, they also come and respect. Everyone, we all are human. Once we see that, okay, this is the reality, they will respect that. Initially, yes, they were not happy. They were threatening me. There were moments when somebody came and God sent me someone right that time to save me. I never had to fight with anyone.
Wow.
Many times it happened. There's a guy who came with a baseball bat and like, you kicked me out yesterday, I will do this. And right away I see a 6-foot African-American man standing right in front. Hey, he's my homie, don't touch him. I never met that guy.
Wow.
Like, he was from Tennessee.
Yeah.
Why he came that time, why he saved me, I don't know.
Angels are sent to you in different ways, right?
So just do the right thing. Trust that somebody is there, some power is there, which will take care of you.
That's awesome.
So when our mentality is like something good will happen, we will be in a right hand taken care, then you don't think that much. So even if you're jumping from this plane, you know that, okay, someone is there who will take care of the God. Just do that. And I always tell my friends also, do not worry that something bad will happen. What if it could happen?
Something good happens.
Same
Focus
thing.
on the positive.
Maybe you jump and then you took a decision. Many times I helped my Arizona client to buy a house. They were here from last 10 years. They're not buying a house. They're in a good company. They're working, making good money. But no, we are scared. Why? Oh,
yeah,
we cannot buy a house right now. I said, what is the reason? You just jump and trust. And then later on, after a month, they thank me that, thank you. You were the reason we bought a house.
That's awesome.
And I just use my military dialogue, chest up, chin up, walk straight.
Chest up, chin up, walk straight.
Just thinking that, because if you look around, then you will not walk. Your focus is just chest up, show the world, and smile, and walk straight. Do not walk towards your goal. Because when you start walking this direction, that direction, then you will miss the goal.
I love it. I love it. Okay, last question. I don't really know if you have something to say, but if you could go back and tell your younger self something, what would it be?
So we just did that, and if you were there, Nick was on the stage. Nick's
oh, yeah. Was that not powerful?
He actually made me do that same exercise which you told me.
He did?
He
so
told
you had the opportunity to meet him after, right?
Yes. And on the stage also, he told everyone, if you remember.
Yes. I actually recorded the whole presentation because he was so powerful.
Very powerful.
Yeah. So, I'm not even going to attempt his last name because I think I will just butcher it. But
yes. I hope I said it right. If I said it wrong, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we'll have to tag him somehow. But I had the opportunity. He was walking out with his staff, and Adela and I were walking the opposite direction. So I had the opportunity to say, "Hey, that was an amazing speech," And I'm the type of person. It's like, if you're a star, I'm not going to disturb you. You just came out of a huge presentation. You need to be in your space.
Correct.
So I wasn't gonna let me take your picture. Oh my god, blah, blah, blah.
I'm opposite. I approached Glenn. I approached Glenn. I approached Nick right away.
No. I mean, that stuff for sure. But I felt like, he needs a space. Yeah. But still getting the opportunity to tell him thank you for me was big. We've talked about this, right? You're your level versus my level. But that speech was just so phenomenal. I mean, so moving.
He's very blessed. He's very blessed. And he has the energy. See, many times we got everything in life and we think that we have nothing. That man is a live example. He's changing the world.
Yeah.
He's on the stage talking in front of so many people.
Yeah.
So you're coming to your question, what I will say to my childhood, I will say thank you. I will say thank you because everything in what happened in my life had a reason. I actually, I have a very good memory of it. And my, because my schooling happened different stations. So we have a group. One group is Assam station and then one is Pune station. So we have a WhatsApp group and we talk and I tell them some story and they're like, how come you remember? And then they call me. So I will say everything to my childhood that, yes, thank you for the way you were. I was a very sincere kid. I was not good in study, but I was a kid. I feel sometime when I was growing up why I was not naughty a little bit more. But I'm glad. I'm happy.
Yeah, and you could definitely tell him that, don't worry, things going to turn out awesome.
Yes, yeah. And it's turning awesome. Just believe this thing. We are breathing, rest, everything is bonus.
Yeah.
Remember the statement, for living man, 1,000 need. For dying man, only one need.
Only one need. I love that. So where can we find you? Tell everybody where we can find you, number one.
Instagram, Happy and Lucky Man. Facebook, Sunny Homes. YouTube, Sunny the Realtor. I have a website, sunnytherealtor.com. You guys can follow me there. You can call me. I'm a realtor. I cannot keep my number private. So 909-233-0756. Any kind of real estate need, anything you want, you want to talk, you're not in a good mood and you want to cheer yourself, call Sunny. I'll make sure that after the end of the conversation, you'll be dancing on your chair.
I don't know. I kind of see like a motivational book coming your way or coming from you. I think that would be really good because you are just full of inspiration and full of energy that people need. You're such a good light. And I just think I don't know, if you're bored one day, I would love to be at your book signing. That's all I got to say,
Someone told me, I think 3 years ago, that you should write a book.
Yeah.
And that is also a senior citizen who told me. So I'm actually thinking.
Good.
I might write it.
Good.
Because if I can, see, we have to leave something for the next generation.
And then you have to narrate it on Audible because, people have to hear you telling your story.
Yes. So I think we are leaving something for the next generation. It's not like we are old right now, but we are setting example.
Yeah.
So if you're a realtor, somebody will follow us and do the same thing which we are doing. Why don't we do something which is inspiring?
Inspiring.
and leave that mark impression, because it's called, in Hindi I tell you, and then I'll tell you in English. Live by three things: Naam, Namak, and Nishan. Naam means your name. So when people hear your name, they know, okay, if we give this job to him, or put some kind of smile. Like you said, whenever people call Sunny, they smile. Namak means the country salt you're eating, the country who's giving you everything, like America. He's giving so many things to me. So even the day I have to come and go fight for America, I will do that. So that's giving back the salt thing.
I get it.
Nishan. Everyone has to go one day. So why people will remember you?
What's your legacy? What are you going to leave behind?
Yes. So leave something on the table or in this world. So when you are not physically here, people like, yes, that guy used to make us dance. Whenever he used to come, he used to do this,
Yeah.
Some kind of thing which you, apart from real estate, another good job, you leave something that
it's
people
how
remember.
you make people feel that
Yes.
it's not, what's that saying? People aren't going to remember what you said. They're going to remember how you made them feel.
Yeah, how you made them feel. So especially on the dance floor, when I started, no one was dancing. But as soon as I started the gala, and then all the cameras came, and my purpose was not the camera, my purpose was to spark that light, that, hey, move, do not just lose yourself, you dance. We are realtors, and whoever we are lenders, just free yourself and come on the stage.
That's awesome.
And thanks to my wife, and she's actually giving me all the time. She don't feel any bad. I'm dancing with girls and this, but she know he has what he has. So she trusts me a lot. So which, thanks to her, she helped me a lot. Whatever I am doing here also, because of her help. So she's the main reason, kind of holding me like this. So okay, go ahead.
I love it. I love it. And that makes sense of why you would drive all that time to go see her and drive back. Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. I love it. Well, thank you so much for being here. I can't wait for you guys to visit where he's at. We're both part of EXP, which is a great family. And I'm so honored and blessed to have met you. Thank you, Sunny.
Same here. You're an amazing person. Keep it that way. I love your smile. Thank you.
Thank you, Sunny. All right, have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody.